All right, we got a new segment here.
We're trying something new.
This is called Letter to the Redditor.
Hey.
And it's pretty standard stupid advice segment. Easy content, easy advice content. I know Brian's got his life together, so his advice is probably worth listening to. I've never been on Reddit
in my life.
Yeah, that's true. And also, yeah, I mean,
I've literally been on it once.
If you're on Reddit for advice, then you need some serious help. So let's see if we can help some people here. We've got some...
what's the first one say?
Some fairly recent posts here. This one's from 7 days ago. It's titled, "I can't take it anymore. My husband games his life away." You guys wouldn't know anything about gaming your life away, right?
Sorry, I don't have a life.
Got it. Okay.
I'm literally angry. I'm doing taxes and not gaming right now.
Let's see if we can help this person.
Right? I know. I'm so sorry I took you away from your house today to do this.
This person says,
all right, what do you say?
"I'm done. I can't take this anymore. He needs to grow the F up.
Oh.
We have 3 young children. Twins, no less."
Well, that's kind of.
I mean, that's
kind of
just off.
This is getting really sad.
Yeah, no, just off the top here, I would say, yeah, you probably shouldn't play video games if you have 3 kids. Yeah. This person, I don't know if they gender themselves. This person is fully supporting. The person writing this is fully supporting her gamer husband and their kids. They run a business from home that I've started from scratch. And what does he do? He games. Literally, all he does is take the kids to school, games, picks them up, games, and repeat. He's a narcissist to an extreme.
Wow.
Doesn't even see me suffering, trying to provide, make our life comfortable. Shows no appreciation for anything. Divorce is on the table here.
Oh, 100%.
Divorce is on the table here, apparently, from this poster. They believe
that's the next game.
They believe that marriage is a covenant. I mean, isn't that a Halo reference?
Yeah, 100%.
I think she's gaming
Whoa.
too much.
Like Osmosis Jones.
I feel like this is
or he. We don't know. They're miserable. This person. We haven't been intimate in over a year. That is some serious gamer.
And that's fine with him. Like,
I think that's gaming-induced erectile dysfunction.
Probably all that radiation from the screen. What?
This person wonders, why would I want to when all he does is game and find ways to hurt me emotionally?
That's so gross.
Seems like a...
You can't look at his hand movements and be like, hey.
I've always loved him. He wasn't like this in the beginning. 13 years later, I can barely look at him because I'm so disgusted that he'd be okay with how things are.
Wow.
Men, what would it take for y'all to wake your asses up and realize that the woman shouldn't have to do it all? What do I do to make him realize that I'm serious on the verge of divorce? This guy seems to think everything is his partner's fault.
Everything's good.
Yeah, and actually, then there's no change. Yeah, I mean, I think
let's go round table. Schoolie?
Just off the top, yeah. I mean, I think there's a big problem. A lot of with the sharing of household duties. A lot of men seem to think that it's the women that should be doing it, but it sounds like this. I am assuming this is a woman. They don't actually say, but
can we give a little background on your situation?
I am
your status.
Married, yeah, to a woman.
Okay.
I'm gonna always refer to her as my wife on this podcast. I'm not gonna say her name. She doesn't really want that. It's kind of a.
No, I get
it's
that.
not a generic name.
It's
also not.
And
whatever.
she also said like, do not.
She also said, don't you dare say my name.
Don't bore at it as well.
No, yeah, no. I'm still trying to have
my
a wife after this.
I
but
wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I just did it. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, I am married personally, and we do not have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have 0 kids, but we do have a lot of household responsibilities, and we try to split those up as well as we can, because really, like, I did not marry my mom, and I don't live with my mom. She's my wife, and the things that need to be done around the house they need to be done around the house, or our house. It's our house, not her house. So of course we're splitting
our house
in the middle of this.
Did you exercise that ghost? Didn't you have a ghost or a squirrel?
Okay, I shouldn't say it's just our house. We do have a ghost, a basement ghost.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
But
so you didn't exercise it, okay?
But no, we don't want to mess it with anything. We like our ghost, but
that's good.
Yeah, no, it is really a easy. I know, but thing to do is to share the household duties. It really just makes life so much easier. There's no resentment. There's no. You end up having more free time together if you're both working on things throughout the day that when you can, and sharing the load is a really important thing, and I think it leads to a lot of resentment in a lot of couples right now. And I think a lot of it does come down to the sort of societal expectation that a woman cooks, cleans, and does all the laundry and so on. And some people, maybe they divide labor differently, but right now, I mean, the average family has 2 working parents or 2 working sort of
guardians.
Yeah. So that work's got to be divided, and you know, I have time for myself sometimes. Like, of course, you should be able to play some video games, but it sounds like there's a real problem with division of labor and with this guy's Halo addiction.
you read through
Don't
between
take
the
on
lines.
the covenant. Don't take on. What do you think?
Yeah, we read
What do you
between the
think?
lines of the covenant
For
What do you think,
sure.
Bry Guy?
Well, if it is the wife-husband
Yeah.
dynamic,
Which it probably
the wife
is.
writing the question to the men, because she's like, guys,
True. Looking for that male perspective.
kind of threw me when she wrote needs to grow the F up. That really messes with my head. I'm like, just write the word.
You're allowed to swear. You're allowed to swear on the internet. Yeah.
I got weird vibes from that, but I know what she's.
Well,
she's
they
got
also
kids, so
believe
it's
marriage is
probably-
a covenant.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
I'm thinking they're not swearing much, but yeah. So that threw me. I do assume that the compromise is not the order. Like, the guy's probably just like, this is great, and not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's really a narcissist, because we didn't get much backstory.
No, I'm
or
not trusting a diagnosis.
But I'm guessing he's just like, wow, this is a cool setup I have, and everyone's happy, and probably
Exactly.
just
No, he's
does not know.
complete unawareness. Even
Yeah.
though she's like probably said so many times, like, "Hey, I'm not happy. Hey, can you like help me with some dishes?" Or like, "Hey, both of our kids shit themselves because they're twins and they're
Yeah, I think
just
it
a
was part of
nightmare."
that.
But
Yeah. In that way, I could see why she would think he's a narcissist, because he's probably just like, this is a great setup.
exactly. So where I see where the narcissist thing might come in is narcissists take any like kind of constructive feedback or like asking for something of them. They take that as like an attack on them.
Yeah.
You hear that, Jeff?
So that might be part of what's going down here. Like, she's like, "Hey, can you help?" And he's like, "What do you mean? I almost beat level
defensive,
3
yeah.
on Mario 2."
Get off my back, Sharon.
Man, remember Mario 2 is weird, but yeah.
It is
So I don't know. What's your advice? What do you got here?
I literally comes down to communication.
Yeah, my
You know,
advice
like,
is
if
therapy.
you're not
but
checking in, like, yeah, it like when you know you have your own little slice of paradise and you get to enjoy it. Make sure everything else is great, so you still have that slice to return to, right? Like, you're doing everything you can as, you know, the husband.
Yeah.
And then make sure that, you know, like, I'm assuming they've been together for
over 13 years. It
over
looks
13
like,
years.
yeah.
So you made the video game start randomly? Is this like a really bad
Is it
disgusting
an addiction?
a
maybe?
Warhammer habit? And like, what's next, right? So it's like,
You guys are sorry.
no, I'm just saying. I just think it's literally just a communication, and
Yeah.
it does go both ways. Because if she's not bringing this up, I'm assuming there has been. But
Yeah.
if she doesn't bring this up to him, then yeah, like what you said, everything's hunky dory, everything's fine.
He might think it's fine, but
it will lead to divorce, and then he'll have all the time to play video
seems
games.
like yeah, exactly. He'll have
And the
lots of
sad
time
thing
to play
is
video
like
games.
the kids
I
lose,
do
right?
I do
Yeah.
wonder if maybe some of it is I don't want to say this to you, Andrew. We have a lot of fun together.
We do.
Touching tips.
We do play Halo.
Touching controllers.
We combine and we vibrate. We have a good time, and we actually I think we bonded in a lot of ways.
We have. I was thinking about that the other day.
said, it could be a lot of times gaming is an escape from responsibilities, from you're maybe unhappy in other ways. Maybe that's half of the issue. Maybe the other half is he just likes it. But maybe next time he wants to play Red Dead or something, maybe she could put on something nice, put the CD in and go,
Put a cowboy hat on and some assless
and
chaps.
I could just, maybe he's hiding from the relationship troubles
Shoot
too.
him with a 6.
I'm just saying, like, maybe like show off the goods and be like, you can play me.
But all,
Yeah, it's
and
in,
like,
Be
I
like,
know, but like
there's also emotional
work
stuff
his way
going on
into
that
it.
they're probably
and
avoiding.
Yes,
You're totally right, and also for her to get to that
It's gonna be
place where
hard to,
it's
yeah.
like, she probably doesn't feel like doing that
No.
after taking care of kids and working all
No.
day, right? And doing making dinner and
That's
stuff.
where like you check
But
in.
I know what I like where your head's at.
reminding each other why they're together in the
Totally,
first place.
yeah. Every single piece of advice from this thread is basically go to therapy.
Yeah, you gotta you can't let internet. But if I could, one last one before I move
Yeah.
on. don't take it for granted, a relationship, because when it's gone, there's no revert to save.
I think there might be some maybe.
The resentment thing's real though, because the guys are so oblivious. Like this happened kind of to my brother, where he would just she would bite his head off because she had thyroid stuff, but also like he was also not chipping in enough, so it was similar to this. And they didn't go to therapy until later, and then he like wrote her a nice letter, but it was already done by then.
Right. So, well, yeah, like you said, you can't just jump off a cliff and go back to save.
Yeah. It's a 2-player co-op game.
Do you think? I think video game addiction could even be a part of this. Do you guys think that? I don't play video games much. You guys
video
do?
game addiction is definitely a thing, because I took a break from it for a few months.
Yeah,
and then I like dabbled in it during the Christmas break, and I was just like,
yeah, you're back.
But yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Back on the sauce.
Anything can technically be a deviation from your responsibilities.
For sure, yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, that's it can interfere with your life.
Yeah. We'll talk about Halo later, though.
Next one here, you guys. This one,
what do we got?
we got sort of the end of a relationship here.
Yeah.
We got the beginning of a relationship here. My date shat himself, and now I have the ick.
Oh.
I've been dating this guy. This one's a bit longer. I'm gonna
all right. Just
blaze through it. Hopefully, I've been dating this guy for about 2 months. He was over on the weekend, and we were having a few drinks with friends. He leaves to go to the toilet, and I kid you not, I could smell it. So I guess they're at home, right?
Yeah. Someone's living
he was over for the weekend. Yeah, so they're at home. She could smell it from the living room. However, that didn't put me off. As I understand, he probably just had an upset stomach throughout the night.
Everyone has upset stomachs, dude. It happens.
Exactly, yeah.
Even me.
Throughout that night, he goes to the toilet at least 6 times in the span of 3 or 4 hours. And each time he does a bomb to the point my other guest didn't want to use the toilet anymore. And it was blocked. LOL.
Oh, my God.
Well, like I said, give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, he also had about 7-8 pints. You know, he maybe
I
personally I've never quite been there after 7-8 pints, but
usually you're pissing.
That's a lot of volume.
He was shitting out his bladder. I think that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Fast forward to bedtime. He is drunk.
Okay.
We already planned for him to stay over, but at like 3 a.m. he wakes me up to tell me he just shat himself. Why would he tell her?
Yeah, because they were sleeping together. They were in the same bed. He's
I guess if it's in the bed, yeah.
There's no way that you're sneaking that around.
That's true. That's a good point. And he needs to wash his boxers. Well, no, they're not talking about the bed. So I don't know. He should. He was like, babe, can you clean my boxers?
Babe, it happened again.
At his big age, we're both 29, felt disgusted, asked him to wash his boxers by hand, as I couldn't fathom putting them in. Throw them in the garbage.
Yeah.
And take the garbage.
Out the window.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Porch,
the audacity. If he could put it on the radiator to dry.
Oh, wow.
I think this guy just likes making her place smell like shit.
Yeah.
Now it's the next morning, and I have the biggest ick. But then he has the audacity to fart in the bed.
Yeah, wet fart.
My man is, I think, marking territory here or something. He farts in the bed first thing in the morning, and this fart smelled like he shit.
Beer fart.
We both have pink eye.
It smelled like shit. Let's not forget, he just shat himself a few hours ago and didn't even shower. Okay, well.
That's so brutal.
I shouldn't have to ask you all night, dodged cuddles, because of, obviously, she can't look at him the same way, you know? She's disgusted. She's not sure how to tell him it's because I think it should be obvious why you're not feeling it anymore. Anyway,
did you take a shower?
She says, P.S. I noticed he didn't shower because once I woke up, I checked my wardrobe to count my towels and they were untouched, so he couldn't have showered.
Oh, man.
He left without saying a word while she was still in bed. And yeah, there's an update of him asking, what did I do wrong? You were being off with me all weekend. So yeah, what's the advice she's seeking here?
What is the advice? Like, is this shitty?
I don't want
happen?
Don't want him to see him again, and not sure how to tell him it's because of that.
It's over.
So she's trying to say, how does she break it off? Yeah, I don't think you even need to explain it. If he can't understand why, then I think this guy's got some bigger problems.
Was she a boyfriend?
They were together 2 months. Yeah,
okay.
Dating 2 months. Yeah, so not living together or anything. Obviously, I mean,
well, obviously
cut this one off.
There's nothing. Okay, like imagine if you were a great guy and you did a lot of great things and you had a bad night.
We've all had a bad night for sure. Yeah.
Let's assume he made a lot of bad decisions because he was drunk and he was hungover. Let's assume that. But like, imagine you were good in the relationship. Someone should be able to look back and say, well, he has a lot of good qualities. This was obviously a whoopsie. Embarrassing to him.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have that many great qualities.
But now I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, I'm assuming this guy's a loser.
What if this was you? What if this was you? You were dating someone for 2 months.
I would like to know, when was the last time you guys both shit your pants?
Ooh.
When was the last time?
In a real way or like a fake way?
I was actually at work last night. I want to know what happened.
I'm not just saying this. I don't know that I really have.
Like haven't gambled?
You
haven't rolled the dice?
I'm pretty sure there was definitely a.
This is where we talk about toilet humor.
I'm sure, yeah. I don't know. It's
Well,
been like 20 years though, man.
Good.
Or
Good.
yeah.
Good.
For me, it's more like the fish oil. You ever get that? Where there's
fish
like
oil?
a strange fluid. Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you're talking about. It's like bile.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
like
all
the
blood?
full shebang.
Your pants
Sometimes
is
I get
full
that,
of
and
blood?
it's like a precursor to something terrible. But that's never like full on, and it's usually not.
Right.
I'm not like skipping down the street and then all of a sudden I'm drinking. Like remember the airplane? Do you hear about that airplane guy?
Yeah, the Delta
That just,
Airline
like,
guy
they
just
turned around.
Well, sometimes
Oh,
your
biohazard boy.
Sometimes your muscles just like shut down.
He's a
and
new
it's just
superhero.
like,
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had that like shotgun cocking sound where your colon is just like inverting. That happens.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
really a
sure.
good gambler.
I'm thinking probably when I was like 10, 11 years old, I was like farting, being like, "Ha, yeah, this is awesome," and then. Oh
Yeah.
that one didn't feel right.
I pissed.
That happened.
I
I'm
pissed
sure.
the bed drinking heavy in college, and I was in a room with another guy. That same guy I mentioned last.
Did he get the
episode.
ick?
That guy Pat I mentioned.
yeah.
I got the ick. I didn't shake him awake. I didn't look over at his bed and say I pissed the bed. You know what I mean?
He's
Babe,
waking up.
babe.
He's like, what is this?
I just suddenly decided to clean my sheets and mattress for the first time in
Yeah, no,
6
good call.
months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How would you like? There are so many better ways to handle this, and I'm sure that's what
He
people
has
are.
no qualities to
I think
save him.
That's
Like-
what I think. I saw this
you know?
earlier, just when we were.
Yeah, it's like a
Scrolled.
It was
Yeah,
like it's 2
not so
months,
much
though. That's
that
a
he
long
shit
time.
himself. It's how you react.
It's
So-
how you shit yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If you shit yourself, I think you just gotta make sure to clean as much as possible. And it sounds like there were people
you
over
gotta
at the
light a
house.
candle.
You get up the next day, you make breakfast for everybody.
clean.
Yeah.
You're like,
You
Like,
definitely don't put your undies on the radiator.
you're like, man, I
Oh,
should have
man.
had maybe 5-6 pints instead of 7-8 last night. If you know what I mean. And people are like, yeah, totally, yeah, okay.
Would you eat food by a guy who just shit everywhere?
Was it Pabst Blue
That's
Ribbon?
fair.
Does Pabst Blue Ribbon do that to you too? When you have a bunch of those beers?
No, actually,
You don't have guttural fucking.
No,
I don't think that would
me
be
and
his
PBR got a
go-to,
good.
yeah.
We got a
Evacuation
good
mode?
relationship.
Okay,
Not
All
like
right.
these people who definitely need to break up.
that's done. That's done.
Yep.
What a shitty situation. All right.
Moving on
Could
from
you
that.
imagine that? Like just the faint smell when it's drying on the radiator.
Oh.
Like that is like crazy potpourri that I don't want.
Like there'd
the
be
fact that
so
that's
many
his idea-
signals.
you know
like
he's
I'd
done
be
that
like,
before.
hey, you want to go?
That's his
yeah.
go-to move.
You want to buy candles and light up the whole place? Yeah.
This guy's shitting in his pants every weekend and drying them on the radiator.
I think he went from like good boyfriend to maybe he went a little hard. And
Well, it's
also
kind of like when you start dating, right?
he
And
let
you
the walls down. He's like,
Yeah.
I shit a lot.
your
Let's
true
get
colors,
used
and
to
it's
it."
just brown apparently.
Just a little aside. I learned today that Crackwatch is about downloading games and movies and stuff. It's not.
adult magazine.
And we also
Oh yeah, I remember Cracked magazine.
Yeah.
But it's also not about people
nothing about
consuming,
drugs.
consuming
Nothing about drugs.
crack cocaine.
They're cracking the code, is what they're talking about.
All right, so we
Anyways,
got another one here from 11 days ago. Caught masturbating outside by mom's husband. That's tough, you know, when you're a 22 male. And today, I'm just getting myself into character. Today, I thought no one was home. I decided to get a little bit adventurous and jerk off on the porch, which
As
is
you do.
not a good start.
when the winds are blowing and the heat's just a stifling.
Yeah, and the kids
don't
are
you just want to stroll
it's-
out to the porch?
It's 3:00 and the kids are just getting out of school. You're sitting on the front porch. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
The neighbor's wind chimes making funny noises.
I'm hoping back porch just to be, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
When I finished, went back inside with my phone and a bottle of lotion in hand. I'm like, what the?
Wait, what?
And when I opened the door directly
Wow.
in front of me, this person is semi-literate at best. My mom's husband sitting on the couch. I was frozen. We were just staring at each other until he started laughing and asked what I was doing. Streaking outside. You have no clothes on?
fully geared down.
If you're going on like a rocking chair, you're naked. Like if you're going on,
You
the
want to
porch.
feel that
fully just
maybe it's
cane
one
chair
sock.
under
Yeah.
shirt needs to come off. Like,
I mean,
my God,
he's
well,
feeling adventurous. You know, he's 22.
put your clothes
prime
on
of his
before going
life.
back inside.
going out for
lotioned
a
up.
porch jerk.
All he's got are socks, a phone, and lotion. That's
Didn't
it.
really know what to say. Walked off after I showered and got dressed. I mean, that's a crucial
Yeah.
step. Got
We're
dressed.
making-
Wow.
Kind of just tried to own it and say I was being a bit adventurous as I thought no one was home and I tried to laugh it off. For me, it still feels awkward. And if you were to tell my mom, I know for certain she wouldn't have the same
Well,
reaction.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, my
My baby.
Okay, so we got a little more context, I guess, here. The porch has sort of blinds to where no one outside of the porch can see on it unless they were in the yard and really looking, which I think maybe he wanted to happen. But
Covert jerk.
covert jerk, yeah.
Wow.
Covert fap.
So, I mean, I think, honestly, here's what you do. You have to now catch your stepdad masturbating.
Yeah. Yeah, just Polaroid camera that guy.
Exactly, yeah. You need a little leverage in this situation
Just
here.
go full Macaulay Culkin and set up traps. around
Exactly,
the
yeah.
house.
Live in those vents. Just wait.
Yeah, no, I think that...
Oh my God, that's actually not a bad idea. Uno reverse card that. Yeah.
What are the comments here? Leave it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's probably not a big deal in the fucking end of the day. He laughed because he yaks it.
Yaks it.
I mean, if I was this guy, I'd be like, hey, maybe don't do that on the porch again, but like, it's fine.
Well, you give the whole like, well, you know, there's people could be home. You know, like.
Keep it, yeah, exactly. Keep it in your bedroom and bathroom, man. And on weekends, the porch. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Second. Yeah, I mean, it's sounds like a pretty cool. Exactly. Yeah, this guy could have like.
This sounds like a pretty cool guy.
Oh my God. What is with it with Americans jerking off with lotion? Oh, okay. Well, where is this person from?
Spain.
Oh yeah,
Greece.
Yeah. All
Boston.
right. Well, I think that about does it for that one.
Okay, let's move on.
Wow. So you went with like blackmail? It was your first?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, that's that. Yeah, I think if you really want, if you can't just let it lie.
I mean, maybe he wouldn't go for a handshake right away, but just be like, thanks for taking it like a champ. Because
Oh,
that's
that's so
cool.
funny.
That, you know, everyone's, you know.
or just the next time you see your mom, make up something heinous about your stepdad.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just say your stepdad was jerking it on the
Yeah,
porch.
yeah.
I guess.
No, it was you.
Gaslight the whole
Be
family.
like, yeah, it was me. Okay, sure.
Sure. Why would I?
I would probably do some kind of joke, just to, like an inside joke to him next time we have like a meal together, like a jerk off phrase. You know,
You could
to be
test
like,
the waters that way, I guess.
You know, just to be like, yeah,
Yeah, and he'd probably laugh and
thank you for not.
You know what?
You know.
This guy's 22. You know, horrible grammar, but I think he's still got a future ahead of him. I think he's going to be all right.
I mean, I've had that happen, but the other way where it was
You've caught someone.
a relative was jamming.
You caught this guy on his porch.
Basically, no, on like door, couch, visual, front door open, clam jam. Yeah, clam jam, front door, couch jam,
You caught someone of the opposite sex
clam
clamming?
jam. And they don't live there.
You caught them DJing.
It was our house, and they
you
were
caught
DJing.
a guest DJing.
Wow.
Of
And
relative.
how did you handle it? You just probably
We
pretended
laughed.
it never
we
happened.
laughed.
Okay, well, you
it was
laughed.
kind of like it was like you said, like a school day, high noon or whatever.
Was it
and
a
we walked in,
Brazzers
like,
episode here?
We walked in with like a bag full of like eggs and celery and like dropped it. You know, it was one of those where we're just like
the old timey milk bottle shattered on the floor.
they were
So after
free spirits.
after you
So,
laughed, you were like, well, okay. I
it was
mean,
mostly
let's move on.
trauma,
Like,
quick to funny, like
And then you
very
move on,
fast.
right?
And then we just think about it and
Bring it
it's
up
in my brain now forever. Yeah,
Patched in.
it's just
Yeah,
in my brain.
this guy's
Awesome.
permanently
All right.
scarred. He will be enjoying like a night in like Turks and Caicos, like when he's like 43, and this will come back.
He's
I
gonna
hope it doesn't ruin the whole
wake up in a
sport.
cold sweat.
I don't think you can ever porch it ever again.
I think
That's always going to be there. That's what happens when you play with fire.
yeah, clean
honestly,
up after
you
yourself,
shouldn't
dude.
porch it. You just probably shouldn't porch it. All right, moving on.
Oh, I love that.
I'm gonna
This
porch it.
one I
This is
read
giving
the
me
other day.
ideas,
This
but
one I like.
porching it sounds like a good
it's
time.
cute. It's innocent. It's cute. I tried to print fake money for a music video and didn't know it was illegal. Am I going to jail? I'm really scared. I was trying to print a Google Doc of fake $100 bills, $50 bills, $20 bills. Why wouldn't you do just hundreds?
Yeah,
For
like,
a
why go
video
through
I
all that
wanted to
effort?
make, but my printer would only print the first line of the $20 bill before it would stop.
Change.
Send I put a coin on my scanner on the My printer would only print the first line of a $20 bill before it would stop and send the rest of the paper through. I tried about 20 times over the course of about 10 minutes. I finally realized it might have been programmed to recognize money and not print it. I looked online, and there are only a bunch of vague articles contradicting each other about if the printer also notifies the police or FBI
my God.
through your Wi-Fi or not. It definitely does. Oh, yeah. Absolutely terrified what might happen if it does, since I have a lot going on right now. I could not afford to go to jail for a minimum sentence of 20 years, like what some
they
sites
definitely
say.
typed in like...
This person, first of all,
Wow.
is 11 years old.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
If not, then they should go to jail. No. Come on, we're not for a carceral state here.
Anything at all?
Probably happens all the time. Exactly. I think they know to not be too worried, but
I think you're right about the age, because
Yeah.
this reminds me of like when I got my first chain email where it was like a ghost picture girl, and they're like, if you don't email
they're gonna be at
everyone,
the
you're
foot of
gonna
your
get a
bed.
ghost. And I was like, oh no, this has that vibe where you're gonna panic over
this
your printer
person's
talking to the government.
looking for some confirmation that they're going to be all right.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Knock on your door? Hey, you
Well-
photocopying money for a music video?
Yeah.
You're not using it. So.
As I think, using it is the illegal part.
Is everyone saying yes? I want to see everyone.
Well, the first comment I think is definitely going to be like,
The first comment should be linked to
oh,
music
what? The first
video.
comment should definitely be, oh, dude, you're going to jail.
Yeah, just dig that trench. Although I want to see the video now, because in my head I want the chocolate candies,
It's
the
a
ones that look like
throwaway,
coins, because that's the
unfortunately.
coolest money
yes.
anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like just get like a
should be
pirate's
currency,
chest.
yeah. How many
I
chocolate
want to know
coins?
what kind of video they're going for. Like,
Yeah.
I bet it's if they're doing money, I bet they have like fake guns. And
It's
shit. Like,
probably-
that's probably the least offensive thing.
It's
in the
probably
video.
something to stop the entire traffic on the Gardner Expressway.
Right. Yeah, this only one joke.
It's over.
Only one joke here, really.
Straight to jail.
Oh, this person had a reply that was downvoted. It looks like they're being sassy now. With people trying to help. You can
Wow.
get prop money that has copy. Clear the printer on it.
That wasn't the question.
Excuse me. No, I'm trying to find out if I'm going to jail or
Yeah.
not. I don't care about
That
the
wasn't the
prop money
question,
anymore.
please.
Anyway, yeah. So that one's cute and definitely by a 4-year-old.
Oh man,
It's
That
someone
is
who's
nice.
47.
I do get that.
Shooting a music
If I get a
video?
little too chooched, I do get that panic
Oh
brain
yeah, you
sometimes.
for sure. I'm like, hey, I just moved and I forgot to change my address officially, and it's been 3 months. Like I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
looking
get
at
the
like
heat,
what
the
minimum
sweat.
security Ontario prisons look like. Yeah. No, so I think they're gonna be
That's
okay.
cute.
That kid's gonna be okay. These people, I don't know though, because
Ooh.
this is titled, I think there's someone living in my mother-in-law's attic.
Is that what that means?
Mill.
Yeah.
You're not working at like a wheat mill?
Milwaukee.
Okay.
No.
That would be 2 L's, and you're missing an F.
I was have to say one letter changes this whole thing.
I like that.
I, 27-year-old female, and my husband, 27-year-old male, and our 2 kids are staying at my mother-in-law's, 57-year-old lady, 57-year-old MILF. They're staying at her house for the weekend. She lives alone, and my father, because the father-in-law died when the husband was 3, never had another relationship. It's a nice house on a dead-end street in a pretty nice neighborhood. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Very important to know.
Yeah. What?
1 bedroom set up like a playroom for her grandkids. And the other
Why?
set up like a guest room. Anyway, flash forward to husband and I slept with the youngest in the guest room. Oldest slept with the mother-in-law. I'm not a hard sleeper anymore. Dude, there's so much more context than we need
Yeah.
from this.
Yeah, sometimes I
Just make
eat
it.
porridge on Fridays. This is the price of tea in China.
Yeah. So this morning around 5:30, I woke up to what sounded like someone walking around in the attic. After checking, the baby was fine. I just laid in bed and listened. And I feel like there really was someone walking around up there. They seem to stay just to this side of the house. I've never been in my mother-in-law's attic before, and honestly, I'd be scared to look now. Also afraid to say anything to her to freak her out, or if
Yeah.
it's just some squirrels or something. The footsteps sounded heavier than that, though. It's also weird that as soon as I got up and flushed the toilet, the footsteps stopped. I think it's completely possible that someone could live in her attic just because she works for her job 4 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday to Friday outside her house. If there's anyone up there, they'd have all day to not be quiet while she's gone.
I don't.
I don't. Yeah, that's it. I don't.
And then they get murdered.
Exactly. Yeah.
While posting.
So yeah. First of all, what you do is you either go look, or I guess you can call the
Yeah.
cops if you want to,
Smoke them out.
or you burn down your entire house.
I wasn't burned down. You smoke them out.
And there.
Smoke, smoking out bees.
Yeah, so the people are like, hey, yeah, you should call your police, because and then I didn't read all the comments for these ones, but this one I had looked at the comments, so I learned about frogging,
What the fuck is that?
which is when somebody goes and lives in your house.
Oh, okay. Froggers.
They say, yeah. They're like, hey, I noticed you have a Frogger arcade machine.
So that's like squatting, kind of.
It's basically like squatting when someone's
still
already
there.
living there. Yeah. And like they said, it's very uncommon, but it happens. And
Stalker. Ooh, I'd rather Frogger than Stalker.
there you go. Exactly. So there is an update later on in this thread. The sound was a pregnant raccoon.
Oh. So what was that? I was reading that.
That's probably more dangerous than a human.
Yeah, that's right.
What was a pregnant?
The thing stomping around up there was a pregnant raccoon.
Oh.
So yeah, hopefully this mother-in-law, 57-year-old female, hopefully she likes having her new
you ever hear
her new
what
trash panda grandkids.
You ever hear what a raccoon sounds like when it's protecting her young?
Probably a lot of
Very scary.
hissing.
We used to have one. We
yeah.
had one summer up in the tree, and they're like.
A lot of animals can get real scary sounding if they need to.
Yeah, well, that's
Just think about this the other night. Like our upstairs in the house here, it's very creaky.
Yeah, wavy.
When your walk it's old.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, when I would after being tucked in, the whole good night thing, parents go to bed.
a little kiss on the forehead.
Yeah, a little kiss on the forehead. The door would be left open, and this has nothing to do with froggers, by the way. But yeah, I would hear I would hear footsteps start from the hallway of the house and creep slowly into my room and stop beside my bed. That's you can tell when there's footsteps or if there's more of like shuffling and like bumping. Like I just don't know like what these footsteps sounded like to her. Like how'd they come off? Right? Is it creaking or is it like a thump here, a thump there? Right? But it turned out to be just.
It turned out to be something, but not footsteps. It was a big old raccoon belly dragging along the
That's what I imagined.
The ground. Yeah.
I actually know a lady that
the raccoon was a frog.
Had a frog, or maybe more of like just someone, kind of more like the porch jerker guy, where it was like for the fun of it, they weren't really stalking, but they kind of were. They would. She was a teacher, so she'd always be gone in the day. A neighbor would come into her house, break in. Through the attic, I think, if I remember, and like move things around. Like, say if they have something on the fridge, they would like change the words on the fridge magnets, stuff like that.
That's
or like
terrifying.
Yeah,
really.
like write a note or something and then like screw off. And she wasn't sure if it was real or not because it was very subtle stuff until she got like, this was back in the day, so I don't think cameras were like stick a camera in the wall, but I think she did eventually like set something up and it was like a lady across the street.
Oh, that's so weird.
Just like taking a pen or something just to do it. Very weird.
Creepy though.
I almost respect it. No, I don't. That's like the beginning of a true crime doc. Like this lady telling the cops like somebody keeps moving stuff in my house, and they're like, sure, lady, okay.
Yeah. No, it's real.
And then you end up,
It's like the whole premise to Invisible Man or what, a Hollow Man. Remember Hollow Man?
I do.
Nope.
You ever see Kevin Bacon?
I love
Was Kevin Bacon in Hollow Man?
The first
no
one.
idea, never heard of it.
First
pull
one,
it up.
I think.
Do you actually want me to pull it up?
No,
Pull
it's
up,
fine.
Jamie.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I know.
Let's do one more here,
Let's
do one more non-Hollow Man related.
Which one?
But
what was the advice? Just look in your attic.
You know what? We didn't read this. It sounds like it might be pretty sad.
Oh, I definitely see deep depression due to my body dysmorphia.
I saw. You know what?
Porn addiction is real. Get help if you need it.
Yeah, we're calling an audible
Just
here.
don't.
Yeah. No, this is sad. I hope these people get some help.
I also see only fan models.
Where what?
Oh yeah, and like the third paragraph.
Because this guy's he's addicted. I mean, probably that's part of
sometimes it's
all right.
free.
We're scratching this.
Let's go to the one before.
We'll go to this one, which is deleted now, unfortunately, because this was my favorite one.
Okay.
All I did was win a drawing competition by drawing a hyper-realistic eye sometime in September 2023, which is, I guess, important. Now one of my professors won't stop sending me pictures of eyes once every 3 days. This person...
They're dead now because they deleted.
Maybe. This person was consumed by a picture of an eye.
Yes.
No, this person was, like they said, receiving every few days pictures of animal eyes and like people eyes and AI generated eyes by their professor, I guess. And first of all, it might not even be real, but
it's kind
I believe it because it's so
it's
stupid.
More of like I feel like it's a meme, almost. You know, it's like you keep getting sent eyes.
But people, so then people were saying like, oh, you could just ask them to stop, and then they were replying like, all the replies are deleted, but they were just like, no, I can't be disrespectful. Like and this person's like, yeah, students see their professors unapproachable, but they're just normal people. Yeah. Just being like, hey, can you maybe stop sending me them? Like, I'm really busy. And the person would be like, no, I can't say this. That's doesn't work. It's too embarrassing or something. Yeah, just really stupid, really funny. So I think kind of along the lines of maybe my advice is really bad, because kind of along the lines of the porch guy, I think that this person should just respond by sending them even more pictures of eyes, and like,
she should like ramp it up.
See, it's funny that you assume that they're a woman. I assume that as well.
I just looked at them like, did it say she?
No, I assume that as well though, because and that was another element, like for a young lady in college or university, they're a lot more vulnerable than a man, and so like a creepy professor like emailing you, that is a concern. That is scary. Like
creepy. Yeah,
there's definitely an element of danger there for like women that's not usually present for men.
Using the eyes as an excuse to like trying to start a conversation.
Yeah,
and then she like bites for like 2 minutes, and then
all of a sudden
like, you have really beautiful eyes.
Yeah,
hyper realistic eyes.
And then her eyes are in his eye sockets. And
exactly. Yes. Yeah, it does. There could be a twist there.
It's another true crime.
Like a Jeepers Creepers kind of thing, where you like harvest organs.
Yeah, no, that danger is definitely real and concerning, but I don't know that this was real. But anyway, yeah, she should have just sent pictures of weirder eyes.
I know,
and like
the
satanic eyes.
Not the eyes that he sent back to him.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
but what I'm curious, I'm guessing she was artist.
Could be. Yeah. So
you never know.
It's school art. Again, there were more comments from this poster before, and it was like it's not like an algebra. It was like an art competition that they did like last year.
Like, you could just transfer that and be like, I'm not drawing eyes only. Like, send me pics of the next thing I'm doing.
My eye phase is actually in the past. Yeah, I'm trying to move on.
Yeah, like I'm moving on to
shoulders and elbow guy.
Yeah.
No,
like,
exactly.
You can use that guy's weirdo energy to like help research whatever next thing you're gonna do.
Honestly, that's what you should learn in post-secondary education, is how to live alongside the weirdest people, because that's who you're going to be working with. That's who you're going to be seeing in the grocery store. Exactly. Case in point.
We know.
Yeah. So like, it's actually very
energy.
Your advice,
TV, baby.
Brian, I think was very good. So
because the people that are oddly focused like that, you should use them and abuse them and use them as the tools that they are. Are you okay?
You're not wrong. I just cracked my knees 4 times.
Well, do
you want to see if we can fit one in, or just like a shot in the dark, or do you want to?
We can do
one more. If we can't, then we'll just wrap it up.
My friend sent my picture to it. What? Nope.
No.
Cut it. My part. Nope. My grandma. Oh, that's sad too.
Life is pain.
That's sad.
Oh God.
I mean, that's a lot.
Oh
maybe
no.
That could
Things are getting worse.
Really fast.
Oh God.
How do I tell my friend?
Why did we look at this list?
This is honestly, because if you're.
Oh God.
What? You're honestly gonna get if you're going to Reddit for advice, you are so desperate.
He's mad at me because he can't last long enough. Oh boy.
Wait, what? Okay, well, I mean,
mad at her.
Keep going down. Like what?
No, this is just a 4. Okay, no, we're doing this one.
That's
a diamond in the rough.
This is obviously again not a laughing matter, but a 4-year-old was racist to me. How do I respond to his parents? Yes, this happened yesterday. I'm a black girl. My friend is white, and the child and his parents are East Asian. The friend is W. So W and I went to a family-owned bubble tea place in our town. This is probably going to end up being cut. We have gone many times. When we went into the shop and the little boy started talking to W about his stickers, I started looking at his stickers, and he said, I cannot look at them because I have black skin, and he doesn't want to give me one. Ooh. I was shocked, but told him that he cannot say stuff like that, and he wouldn't like it if someone said that to him. We ordered our drinks and went to the side to wait. The little boy was still talking about how he doesn't like black and was asking why I am black. Oh, my God. He said that it was ew. Oh, my God. They're just letting the kid talk? Like, what? Anyway, we finally got our drinks, and the last thing he said was that W can have stickers, but I can't because he doesn't like me. We left the shop, but I was so upset that less than 5 seconds later, I went back in and spoke with his parents. All right, so are the parents... Do the parents run the place, or are they just sitting there and this kid's like running free? Or
I'm assuming they work at the bubble
we
tea
left
place.
It's kind of like how the kid just runs.
Also,
in
is that
circles.
racist for me to assume that the Asian parents run the bubble
yeah,
tea
it
place?
is. It is.
All right, cut the whole thing. We're done.
No, it's not. But couldn't tell. They really they didn't seem to care. Wrote a Google review about my experience, saying that their child. So yes, it is the child of the people that run the place. Exhibits racist behavior, and that maybe he was being taught that.
Okay.
Today, the shop responded to the review saying, "Hi, sorry about yesterday. To be honest, we did not get what you were trying to tell us because we are about too late to send the kid to a dance class." Oh my God! And
this really devolved.
I think there's some misunderstanding between the 4-year-old boy and you. We hope you are free. Could come by the shop today. We can have a talk about this. Because how could a 4-year-old kid know about the racist? Thank you if you could come. I mean, all I want to know is what should I do? How should I respond? I mean, honestly, it sucks because this is like, if this is true, it's a lot for this person to take on after just having racism thrown at them. But maybe they could go to the shop and teach this kid something. Maybe there could be a real opportunity for this kid to stop his 4-year-old racist ways. But that person would have to be willing to go and give up their time for this. And
and I don't even want to do stuff that I should do for myself, like for fun.
Yeah, like
let
that's
alone like personal growth for someone else. Yeah.
Well,
that's tricky.
It looks like they're trying to they heard you. Miscommunication. Looks like that's assuming that's an apology.
There wasn't I guess there was a very surface apology. I guess
they want to come in and talk to you and discuss it. So they've done all they can.
Yeah, they didn't just delete the comment. I guess
it's a 4-year-old. I'm pretty sure the next day I'm assuming that it's because it's a 4-year-old. They're gonna be like, I'm not gonna give you whatever because your eyes are gross.
Yeah,
you have a dumb nose
because you keep sending me pictures of eyes in my email every 3 days.
But but maybe, but there's a chance of overhearing things, picking stuff up from your guardian's parents.
You definitely want to nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
That would be that's an early bud too to nip, so that's good.
But if she's that bothered by it, and from what you're saying, right, you don't want to go in and waste a day to teach a kid about.
Actually, my sister has a little cherub right now, and she's worried about that because her husbando does not want to live in an urban setting where there's a lot of different cultures. He wants to live in a cave in the mountains, and she is worried about exposure for this exact reason.
Yeah,
So you don't want to.
This could be a growth opportunity.
I know what you're saying.
Sorry, let's log in and ask for advice on this one. I hear you. I would not maybe. Because that seems like something they should have maybe hammered out before they had the kid.
I think it's been a constant thing, but maybe like a smaller, you can still have exposure and still.
Yeah, there's plenty of diversity in the cities in Alberta. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
So it is important to be accustomed to it and to make friends with all kinds of little kids.
Oh, she's a country girl now too. Sings all the songs on the radio and stuff.
Wears plaid.
Yeah.
Kicks down the tailgate, drink a beer,
drugs,
assault your wife.
Do not. There's so many rocks on the. Oh my God! Sorry, I don't want to get sidetracked, but yeah.
No, that's okay. We're cutting this anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be like.
Oh yeah.
The part where we're scrolling down and screaming in horror.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we'll fade out then.
I've had something similar to this story happen to me at a playground where a mom who adopted a kid of a different race just became a phoenix of fury and went at me because it was me that said something, but it was because
you were too young at the time to
we were playing a game.
Gravity of the
we were playing a game and there was something that happened and
gotcha.
But I think it was one of those things where she's waiting for that to happen.
Well,
too.
Were you young?
Oh yeah, I was in a playpen.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you were under 10.
I was 25.
This happened last week.
The wheels are really fun. You're like,
I'm on so you said something, and then someone screams at you and traumatizes you, and you don't really know what you.
they were making
Right,
certain things that it was the whole
when you're
thing,
young
but
you
yeah.
learn, but this is the whole point. Like, you're gonna make a mistake. Obviously, the 4-year-old doesn't understand it. No one's taught him the ramifications of saying that. And you know,
Let's see what some of the comments. Yeah, saying to I mean it's a learning opportunity. Unfortunately, the work, the emotional labor, the time that this person has to spend doing that, it sucks. That
log.
it sucks. What?
That's
Go.
Oh, it's gob.
Log.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I was talking about Loblaws. Loblaws is commenting on this.
Yeah, kids are evil also. That's
Children,
another
of
thing.
course, kids
Evil,
suck.
yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, that's probably the least
Yeah, you're all
horrific
saying
thing they
like
said all day.
looks like people are leaving situations where kids just say things out loud because they don't understand.
For sure,
how it works. But,
that kid might have some other kind of meaning entirely, but it
this
is
woman assumed
pretty
parents, right?
Well, I mean,
Right?
yeah, you would assume
Like-
parents because this kid said, "I don't like people with black skin." So,
Right? Like, where are you gonna get that from? Right? A kid, children don't know race.
yeah, it could come from something innocent, but I mean, it's something that you want to.
It could be cool that they
address.
combine forces, though. The fact that they're open to it, they probably are only doing that because there was a Google review. To be fair,
They're
Well,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
need like
Free
if you
bubble
want
tea
to
in
like
there.
hash this out, we can
free
do
bubble
that.
tea. You know what? The kid's probably gonna be like, "No, I don't want to talk." It's like, you're not gonna teach him, but like, yeah, you gotta. But you're in that deep. Go do it. Go.
A lot of the stuff is misunderstandings anyway, and kids, you shouldn't really put much weight on what a kid says to you, like under 5 years old. What? But anyway, I had a road rage incident where I was trying to wave the guy. Someone thought I was pissed at him, but I was having an actually great day. So there's just a lot of misunderstandings that happened. So when I went like this out of the car to wave at a guy,
But you
that
did it
was
like
him.
wacky inflatable. filling tube guy.
I was like, "Woo! Thank you for letting me come in after
Yeah,
I
and the
indicated."
guy's
And
like-
then he was having a rough day. Probably thought I was a psycho. Tried to brake check me. By the back of his car, he had done that a few times to other people.
Oh wow.
And I could see him through the silhouette making gestures and stuff. And I was just trying to like
just
get
like,
him.
"Hey."
What are you gonna do? Like, that's what I like about this is that they're at least trying to have like a sit down. Because I was trying to get the guy to pull over to be like, misunderstanding, bro. But he doesn't care. He's hot blooded at that point.
Screaming at him?
He's
Yeah.
boiling.
Yeah. Well.
So at least this way they could, probably be like, why are you teaching your kid this or something?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that was an attempt. This is our first go at letter to the Redditor.
Yeah,
And, I hope anyone who watched this,
Whether you're shitting yourself or you're
Oh my God.
having some intimate time on the porch, come to us for some advice about it.
hopefully we can do it again. Maybe in the future we'll have, if anyone does ever watch this, we can forward in some advice things.
Yeah.
Maybe not from them, but like, I don't know.
We can sort your life out if you comment.
But we're professional. Just look at us. We should. Yeah, we're in the.
Yeah.
Right, we're pros. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this segment. If you never want us to do it again, please tell us and let us know.
React by doing nothing at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna go play video games and ignore my responsibilities.
I got some
and
ideas from
add to
this,
my
yeah.
addiction. So, thank you very much. Take care. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Which way to the porch?
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't
It's
know, porch stuff.
right over there. Just lotion. All right.
Thank you.